G'day guys, we are at Breathless SWMA today here in Penrith, Sydney, and we're here with Luke Martin, head coach of Sydney West Martial Arts, and we just finished training for today, and Luke took us through a really good session preparing for this next match.
So I like telling this story. We met in.
I don't even remember.
Yeah, we met in New York in 2019 or 18, and it was one of my trips. I'd first gone to New York in 2017, and then I was constantly going back each year. And I rocked up, and I remember Rao. Before I got there, Rao had messaged me. He said, "Oh, there's another Aussie here, Izaak." He goes, "Do you know him?" And I'm like, "Nope." And he goes, he's quite good. He's like a purple belt, but he's giving guys a really hard time in the room. And he goes, yeah, he's a buddy of Craig's. This will be cool. This is when like the DDS was all together. Really, like,
basement days.
Yeah, right in the beginning of it all. We got paired up for a round together, and I think it was an open round. And we trained, and it was like a good round back and forwards. And he finished the round. He looked at me and he said, "I thought I knew everyone in Australia who was good." And I take that as a compliment because we must have had a good round. And I said, yeah, well, no one knows who I am, but
no one knew who I was either.
Yeah, I think more people probably knew who you were. But anyway, so we just trained together, and we're like, oh, this is cool, another Aussie. And I was doing a little podcast at this stage. I lumped all my gear to New York, which was a fucking pain in the ass. And I didn't want to harass guys, but I wanted to try and do some podcasts with the guys. And I remember saying to Izaak, do you want to come and we'll just have a chat on a podcast? And so I was staying in a hotel about 2 blocks from Henzo's up on the 30-something story. So we go up there and we set up on the bed, and it was very
romantic.
It was very romantic. It was actually quite
nice. I wasn't
nice.
sure what I was in for.
Yeah, he'd never met me.
Cameras on the bed.
Yeah. He was still more than willing to come in. He slipped his pants off at the door.
Not this.
And we chatted for an hour and a half. So I actually got to get to know. That's still somewhere online, I think. The pandemic. So Izaak was obviously living in Adelaide, and we're in Sydney, so it's not really close. And but we kept in contact, and we were like messaging back and forwards and stuff. And then all the pandemic shit happened, and then Izaak had enough of Adelaide from memory. And when things kind of opened up a little bit, you came to Sydney. You just said, "I'm going to come to Sydney and see how it goes." And he came up here, and we set him up with a bit of a coaching gig. Not many people know, but Izaak was teaching fundamentals at Sydney West. I don't think those white belts knew they were being taught by a guy who would, go on to become one of the top grapplers in the world. And then you ended up, I think that went on for like a year or so, and then you decided to go to Texas, from memory. Puerto Rico. Yeah. And then Puerto Rico was an atomic bomb, and then everyone went different directions, and then from there it's just led us to today. But it's fucking been a while now.
David in his underwear in the background.
We've got Dave, the fine piece of man meat.
Alright guys, we just finished up training here at Breathless and had a great session under the guide of Luke Martin. A lot of those guys are preparing for ADCC trials, which will be next week. Jeremy Skinner and HPU and a lot of guys you've probably heard of before. They all look really good, so great session today, and yeah, we'll be back in the afternoon for some more. And leaving for Thailand in a couple of days, so feeling great, ready to go.